nothing is working out for you because you keep scrolling through everyone else's perfectly curated life. With every swipe, you sink further into the lie that makes you feel weak and miserable, thinking you're behind. You keep beating yourself up with the idea that you have nothing and that you should be doing more. The truth is that you're disconnected from your own life. And what you need to realize is that you're not behind and that you can't beat yourself up. And you'll realize this the moment you stop scrolling. And I guarantee that at the end of the video, all you want to do is stop. When you scroll, your mind gets hijacked by dopamine, the same chemical that reinforces addictive behavior, leaving you chasing the next scrolling fix instead of focusing on your own progress. It is the fastest way to forget who you are, overlook the progress you are making, and lose sight of where you are headed. You probably know this, but can't stop because you're hypnotized by mindless scrolling. You think you are winding down, but hours pass and you stay hooked on your screen and nothing still fills you. It's just noise, just other people's lives and bodies, their goals, their wins, and especially their filters. And in the end, that scroll and swipe has all of a sudden left you feeling like nothing is actually working out for you. Meanwhile, your dreams are waiting for you to come back to reality. So, the next time your finger goes to scroll, pause. Because that moment right there, that is your turning point to stop scrolling. I am not any better. I tell myself I need just 5 minutes. And before I knew it, those minutes had stretched into hours of scrolling. The thing is, it felt like a harmless way to switch off after a long day. Until I noticed the toll it took on me. My focus was all over the place. My clarity would get blurry. My inner voice was numb. And I would slowly start looking at my own life like it's not good enough. And it wasn't just a feeling. Science proves that under the scrolling spell, we also overstimulate the brain's reward system, which makes everyday life feel dull and unsatisfying. By comparison, most of us have been there before. We're doing fine. Actually, we're doing great. Until we scroll. And suddenly, we're not. We see someone sipping cocktails on a beach in Greece on a random Tuesday. We see someone's body bouncing back in 6 weeks. And we see a business scaling to 6 figures in a few months. And just like that, we forget how far we have come. All because we're so busy watching someone else's life, we lose sight of our own. But what if you just stopped scrolling? What if you stopped watching other people's progress and started seeing your own? What if you stopped searching for the next big thing and finally noticed what's already working? And what if the moment you disconnected, everything finally started to connect? Imagine how the noise would quiet down. Imagine how your world would slow down. And in that stillness, you'd remember. You'd remember your voice, your creativity, your calling, and you'd stop comparing, stop performing, and just start being and making things happen. And when that happens, everything begins to flow. Not because life got easier, but because you finally started hearing yourself again. The shift is subtle, but it's sacred. It doesn't shout, it whispers, "You're here. You're enough. You are ready." But what if you don't take the shift? You'll keep living other people's lives while abandoning your own. You'll feel more lost and anxious, and you'll feel unfulfilled. Even with a screen full of inspiration, because none of it matters if you're not applying it. So how do you create the shift? How do you stop scrolling? It starts with giving yourself permission to be present. Start with clear intentions for your day. Before you even get out of bed, take a few minutes to think about what you need to do and why you need to do it. Then write down 3 main goals for the day. This isn't just about the tasks, it's about setting an intentional tone for the day. It sets you up to choose what you want to use your energy on and immediately kicks out room for distractions before you even reach for your phone. When you start with clear intentions, you're already focused, and that focus is the first step to everything working out. It shifts you from reactive to proactive, and you can trust that your day is going to unfold with purpose. Secondly, be aware of what triggers you to scroll. It's easy to get lost in the scroll, but it's usually not random. Take a moment to notice what sends you into autopilot mode. Think about it. Maybe you're the type who reaches for your phone every time you have nothing to do. Maybe it's the first thing you grab when you're waiting in line, or when you're feeling overwhelmed, or even when you need to avoid situations in your own life. Whatever it is, when you understand what's triggering your scrolling, you can start replacing it with a more intentional action. For instance, if you grab your phone when you're feeling stressed, try taking a few deep breaths, or go for a short walk to reset your mind instead. If boredom hits, have a list of things you can do instead, like journaling or reading, or even just sitting quietly for a moment to breathe. Once you learn to master your triggers, you'll see you'll create space to show up for yourself, and suddenly, things start working out for you. And lastly, limit your scrolling time. Scrolling can be fun, but when it becomes excessive and lacks boundaries, it quickly loses its value. I'm not saying we should stop scrolling entirely. I'm saying that setting boundaries is key. Set a limit or timer for your social media usage and stick to it. Decide on a specific amount of time you want to spend on social media, whether it's 15 or 30 minutes, and when the timer goes off, that's your cue to stop. By limiting your scrolling, you free up time for what matters. The more you pull back, the more you're able to show up, think clearer, and create more. And as you build this habit, you'll see that everything you need is already in front of you, waiting for you to claim it. If this spoke to you, watch the next video on why your good habits don't stick, so the changes you make actually last.